Hi, Drea here. This is a different kind of video. This is a video that I wanted to bring up that deals with a community. Um, I'm not sure exactly how to approach this. Recent events with the weather have brought a lot of surprises for the northern half of the states, probably for all over. We have had this sudden cold spell and had this sudden snap, and it has done a whole lot to completely and totally disrupt the flow of things. We're losing crops, oil field, the coal mines, agriculture, other outside jobs, seasonal jobs. They're all going to be gone because basically the frost and the snow and all of the hard freezes and wind have made it pretty much end of season. I bring that up because this brings in a lot of people who are going to have problems making their bills. A lot of them may be homeless. A lot of them may actually have a home but don't have heat. It's going to be really hard for them to make ends meet this time. This season is just bouncing all over the place, and it has been unexpected all the way from the Canadian border down through Colorado and beyond. The eastern the eastern states are getting plowed even now. Okay. I wanted to bring in a general awareness of just exactly what is going on so that I could ask you to please be aware of the people around you and your surroundings. It is absolutely true that people have homeless people all over the world. This nation is loaded with them. Why, I do not know, but this nation is loaded with them. They tend to be victimized, but they also tend to be bullies and victimize a whole lot of things too, so people have a tendency of avoiding them and shunning them because of the reputation that the very few crazies have given the rest of them. Here in the Grand Junction area, we have a lot of homeless teenagers. We have a lot of suicide because of desperate, hopeless situations that don't ever seem to get resolved. We have homeless veterans. We have people who actually have a lot of homes, but they're barely making the rent and they can't get their lights turned on to the heat. Our food banks are always running empty because people are completely and totally destitute around this time of year. And it's getting harder and harder to help. We have a humane society here in Grand Junction called Roycehurst that does what they can to bring in animal supplies, be it food, vaccination clinics, trap neuter clinics, but it never seems to be enough. And no matter what happens, it seems the need keeps growing and the supply keeps getting thinner and thinner. So I'm asking you, not because of a faith or a responsibility thing, because quite frankly, I get tired of being guilt tripped. Okay? But I am asking you that if you do see somebody who needs help, to at least try to help them. If you're leery of giving cash like I am because you never know if it's going to actually go up their nose or in a bottle somewhere, and I've watched that happen too many times, you can go home and pack them a sandwich or something like that and bring it to them. Okay? If you see somebody who's living in their car, you could actually offer a blanket. It doesn't cost anything to go through your closet and see if there's an old sweater you don't wear anymore and try to give it to somebody who might actually be cold. And it only costs penny on the dollar to buy a can of dog food or a box of cat food for somebody's best and boon companion because that's all they have. And I want you to understand that last statement. Some of these people, the only thing they have is their animal. That's it. For us, for most of people who have animals, they are so naturally a part of them. We don't think about the fact that that is all these people have. I mean, literally, totally, physically all they have. And if that animal ever had something happen to them, they probably would kill themselves because they are their boon companion, their confidant, their warmth, their protection. They're the only friend they have. And a lot of these people I've seen will give the food that's given to them to their animal before they'll even eat it, because that animal is that important to them. Wherever you live, there are going to be people and animals that are going to be needing help. We can't help them all. I get that. We do not have to turn a blind eye to it, and you don't have to spend a fortune. I don't have the cash. I'm broke. Tell you straight up right now, I'm broke, and I try everything I can with what sales I make to help my husband make the bills so that we have a roof over our head too. Gotcha. I know how budgets are, okay? But these are things that don't cost any money. It doesn't cost anything to sit there and actually go through your closet and find a pair of shoes for somebody who doesn't have something to keep their feet warm, or a pair of socks, or even a rag and a bar of soap. You know how many people would love to have the luxury you have of taking a shower and they can't even get their face clean? Do you have any idea how important a roll of toilet paper is to a homeless person? I'm doing a video. I didn't know you'd be doing. That's my husband. It doesn't take anything to actually show a piece of your heart to somebody, but you can bet there will be people who are going to slap you for it. You're going to get your hand slapped. You might get bit. Have your head bit off. People are proud, and they get embarrassed, and they do stupid stuff when people try to help. Don't do it for that. Do it because it's the right thing to do. Do it because it blesses you. Do it because you know full well it was the right thing to do and you feel good about it. And you can go to bed knowing you at least tried. Find an old jacket. Donate to your soup kitchen. Donate to the homeless shelters in your area. Donate to the animal shelters. If you find an animal on the side of the road and it's freezing, don't just leave it there thinking it's got a fur coat, it's going to be all right. It ain't. It's going to die, and it's a miserable, horrible way to die. Have you ever frozen to death? It's a horrible way to die. It is a terrible, horrible way to die. Pick it up if you can and be safe. Otherwise, call the authorities that are there and tell them, look, you need to pick this animal up. He needs to get off the street. They'll take him to the pound. They'll take him to a shelter. They'll make sure that he's all right. They'll see if he's sick or not. At least he'll get food and a warm place to stay. All I'm saying is, people, it doesn't take anything to be human. And it doesn't take anything to lose everything that you've got to blink an eye. Put yourself in the other person's shoe. Understand what it would feel like if you knew that your kid was out there struggling. I know you'd do everything you could to figure out how to help them. Well, those people are somebody's kids too. Know full well that if your animal was out there in the middle of the night and it was freezing to death, you'd be out there all night long looking for it, trying to get it home. Well, somebody's weeping and mourning for their animal too. It's called empathy, people. And it doesn't cost you a dime. All I'm asking you to do is give a little bit beyond yourself this time. Think of some creative ways to help. I don't expect you to give everything you've got. I don't expect you to help everybody that's out there. Actually, I don't expect you to do anything except basically laugh at this and say, well, look, there's another bleeding heart. Well, we need more of them. I was homeless one time. It's not fun. You got no idea what it feels like just to be able to have a bathroom. Sorry, but it gets pretty gross out there. These people, they probably would love to have a chance just to get cleaned up. Bar soap, wash rag, clean clothes, something to keep their feet warm, a blanket. They would love very much to be able to give a treat to their bestest friend, or to be able to keep their children warm. Some of them actually have homes, and they're still out there begging because they can't afford food to feed their kids. It's a real thing, people. And we're pretty spoiled rotten sometimes, and we get pretty blind in our own comfort. So this season, I want you to understand, there are people out there who would die to have what you have, literally die to have what you have. So before you start complaining about what you don't have, look around at those who'd wish and die to have what tiny tiny, miserable thing you think you have. And then thank the stars and your God. Because it only takes a whisper for your whole entire life to change. Food for thought. Be blessed. Good night.